endocrine disrupting, this is hormonal disrupting on a whole different level. And we're trying to really showcase that. We're trying to almost bring it back. We're trying to bring it back into utilizing foods that were naturally made and utilized in old times and should be in new.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go.
So we just got to the oils aisle, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, you guys. We're going to be talking about oils, which has definitely become like a hotter topic in the wellness community, but
it's always been a big topic in the wellness community. If you're mindful and a mindful eater, you are definitely majorly conscious over the oils that you put into your body and cook with on a daily basis, or fats for that matter in general.
But it's something that needs more attention, and
that's what we're here to do, is really focus on the topic of what the world thinks is acceptable and what we believe is the best, and what we know to be true as to being the best, because we not only are talking about it, but we're living it on a daily basis, and we feel and are reaping the benefits of feeling better. You know, I didn't grow up with a health and wellness childhood. You had a little bit more of an upbringing of being conscious with the oils and the foods that you put into your body. But you know, I've learned from from the time I was 11 years old, and it's been a conscious growth pattern. Now we're here in Whole Foods, of course, and trying to really focus on giving you guys and showcasing what we feel are the crap that is being consumed by the market, by society. So, babe, if we turn over here, and we immediately see, vegetable oil. And we're gonna show you the price differential in a second, but we're seeing vegetable oils, we're seeing canola oils, and look at these big containers. And look at this big container for $8.99 of canola oil. And look, it's the only one left, guys. Okay, so we're not just talking out our butts. Like people are really grapeseed oil. Okay, sunflower oil. Okay, because this one is safflower oil. Okay, and this is sesame oil. So we're really trying to show you what society is gravitating to. Now, look at this. If we just turn to this angle in this direction, look at the shelves that are packed with olive oil. Okay. Now, there are a lot of different companies, right, that are offering these olive oils. However, there is a major difference in terms of how much people are buying from these vegetable oils and how much people are really buying from these olive oils. Okay, and we are really focused on bringing to you today that these vegetable oils, the canolas, the grape seeds, the safflowers, the sunflowers, that are being clearly heavily utilized, are really poor for your body. Okay, they're really carcinogenic for your body. The way they break down is not natural. Okay, there's an uneven balance where your body is pulled almost apart due to these oils, and it's not just like it doesn't just sit with you for one meal. It sits with you for sometimes a lifetime.
Okay, so let's start and just reiterate some of the bad oils that we really work hard to stay away from, beginning with canola oil, which is the first one that Sam pointed out.
And it's really the most used.
Very highly used, not just in the oil section, but throughout this supermarket, and we'll take you guys on a little scavenger hunt after all of this. Peanut oil. What else do we have here? just this generic vegetable oil, which is likely processed.
Mixture of all.
Yeah, a mixture of so many different things. The sunflower oil, which I learned a lot from Sam as a chef. He's taught me a lot about how this gets processed into foods, and the high temperatures of incorporating it into processed foods is very damaging. It can be very damaging when you ingest it. We have some avocado oil blends, which are beautiful.
We said the grapeseed, and we see that the safflower oil is sold out.
But I think some people think sunflower oil, because it's sunflower, has got to be a little bit better, and it's really all about how it gets used in processed foods, right? So it's not that sunflower is so bad, it's the processing of how this is made, and then when it's incorporated into other things, it gets even worse and degrades and degrades. Under heat in particular.
High heat especially.
Into high heat especially. So, babe, did I miss anything? Is that like a pretty good overview? We're really trying to stay away from the canolas, the sunflowers, the safflowers, peanut oil, grapeseed oil, which again is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, another name for canola oil, vegetable oil.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is like people, especially in restaurants, which is the biggest thing, and I want you to really think about, because I know everybody likes to eat out, right? It's like these oils that you're able to cook in high heat really are not the best to cook in high heat, and we want to show you some of the best oils to utilize, which is the assortment of olive oil.
Before we get into the really like good oils and fats that we should be using, there's a few oils that I don't actually even see here, and maybe because I'm not looking hard enough, but things like cottonseed oil, things like rapeseed oil, things that you may not even know what those things are, and you might see them and be like, like it's not canola oil, it's not safflower oil, it's probably fine, it's not fine. So there's a little bit more than meets the eye that they may not be selling right directly in this oil section, but that if you see as an added ingredient
as well, they're trying to maybe not be as like terrible, because like people are becoming a little smarter, but we're here to really try to show even more truth. Now, I know we've shown you the oils that are really poor for your body to take in, and that also the society, is utilizing on a daily basis into the meals that you're constantly eating out with. Now, we want to show you how to take more control by putting these oils and fats into your cooking. We're on to really focusing on the healthy oils, right, and fats. Now, the healthy oils and the primary oil that we use in our cooking and that we focus on going to restaurants that cook with straight extra virgin olive oil, organic and as locally processed as possible. We're talking about olive oil being the best, and it really is. Olive oil is. It burns much better in the body. It is a fruit rather than some type of, genetically modified crop being utilized. So now the second best to olive oil, we would say, is avocado oil, due to it being a fruit as well. We don't really utilize avocado oil because we just love to use the dynamic of a beautiful organic extra virgin olive oil in all of our foods and cooking on, whether it be high heat or especially in beautiful salads or dressings. So avocado oil, we'd say, is like second tier, okay? And then we'll move into, say, utilizing like coconut oil. Coconut oil is not the worst, but it's not the best. And I would use coconut oil in more, like I use it only, I don't cook with it like in a pan, I cook due to it still has, certain properties that when burnt, when placed in high heat, it does become slightly carcinogenic as well, and I utilize it just in like raw vegan desserts, or doing like oil pulling, with cleaning out my mouth and cleaning out my teeth. That's kind of what we try to focus on utilizing coconut oil for, as more as like a supplementation, and again, not cooking with it, but utilizing it as a binder in desserts, raw vegan desserts, which I love to make. Now we're also here today because we also want to shine light on really like trying to kill the culture of fat, not just olive oil, but utilizing other fats to cook with, which is such as like butter, especially grass-fed organic butter, which we'll show you in a little bit. But also, like, come over here, Ben. Like, this is what we have in the house, and I love to cook eggs. I love to cook just kind of like in the middle of the cooking process after utilizing olive oil. I use a little bit, like half a tablespoon to a full tablespoon for like a large portion of ghee, like clarified butter. Okay, so again, some people are not able to handle dairy. So for those people, like, stick to the olive oil. But for those who can tolerate dairy and can handle some lactose, then I would go for utilizing ghee or, again, just regular, grass-fed butter.
So part of doing this video is to really try to destigmatize the use of fats like butter, like ghee.
We're not out here promoting fat-free foods. We're not out here, promoting, 2%, 1%. Like, that's a diet culture that was put onto society to sell more and more products.
Yeah, that diet culture is really dangerous, and it's something that's taught us to be afraid of using butter, of using oils, of...
Another one which is great is beef tallow.
Ooh,
so this is just like, it's just the fat extracted from beef, So you put this in a pan and you fry up some eggs, and you're gonna love it. Okay, and your body's gonna feel pretty crazy. And maybe you start small with small portion. That's how I kind of like started to introduce it more and more like years ago. But I would really start to include more healthy fats. And again, if you are trying to be, if you are in a way like not mentally adjusted to utilizing these fats because you've stayed away from them for years, then I would definitely just, again, start with small portions so that you can see how your body reacts, not only to a new source of fat, but also just fat in general, like, just a transition for your body to take on in general.
And also your
nothing
psyche.
should be drastic.
Yeah, it's also like wrapping our heads around some of these things that we've been like so trained, or maybe we don't even realize how ingrained these things are. But we've grown up just accepting soybean oil, which is actually one I don't think we even talked about. Soybean oil has just been processed in absolutely everything. Canola oil, I mean, we're going to look at the snacks aisle, but even right here across from oils is, classic cake mix. And like, I bet you we've got some canola oil in here. What kind of oil do we have? I can't even find it. There's so many ingredients. Canola oil, here we go. Expeller pressed canola oil, along with a million other things. Obviously, we're not...
It's in everything because it's so cheap to use, so they're going to put it in your products so that they can save the dollar. But you can't think like that, okay, or else you're going to be suffering.
Yes, and I think... I think the main reason that we try to eat at home so much, and not everybody has a Chef Sam at home to spoil them like me, but, the main reason why we try to eat at home so much is to avoid a lot of these oils. I mean, when you're going to restaurants, especially like more fast casual restaurants, if they're not explicitly using olive oils or some sort of alternative healthy oil, it's likely that they're using vegetable oils, and it's likely that they're even recycling that oil, which every single time it's used is getting worse and worse and worse. And ultimately, it's what is it doing? It's just sitting in our bodies. It's not being absorbed. It's not being digested. It's sitting there for potentially years and years, breeding potentially carcinogens and other...
And bacteria.
And potentially other like hazardous materials that are growing in our body because of the environment that these oils are creating. So
I'm telling you guys, take a strong stance on what we're trying to communicate with these oils, fats, and just not being afraid of introducing these things on a very slow and transitional process. And I promise you will see and reap the benefits of feeling better and being fat adapted instead of not being, and being, you know, totally
suffering, because and I think a lot of
people,
a lot of men
are suffering too.
A lot of men, a lot of women, but I think people try to do the right thing by themselves, and they try to use, like, I can't believe it's not butter, and I you know, and these you know, low calorie, like, oil or fat substitutes, and it's counterproductive because your body is holding on to all of that. It's making it very difficult to process the rest of the foods that you're eating, which is helping you carry a lot of weight that you know, likely you're not trying to hold on to. So obviously, like, we are aware that buying canola oil, extra virgin canola oil, you know, olive oil, is going to be more expensive than buying canola oil. It is.
And it's an investment in your health.
It's an investment in your health, but it's also like, where should we be, like, maybe budgeting in our grocery shopping, and where should we be like putting priority and emphasis on buying that better product? And this is a place where you need to be putting emphasis on buying that slightly better product. And so we wanted to make this video because this is, like, just for us, like, we're not experts, but this is intuitive to us. We can feel the difference. We've had this understanding individually and now together for a long time, and
it's not just,
it's like, something we weigh heavily in our diet.
And I'm not trying to boast or anything, but, like, I've been cooking for people, for clients, professional athletes, major CEOs, professional leaders in this world, and they're feeling the difference. And I
guess you are an expert, babe. I have to lump myself into not being an expert, but this guy really is an expert.
We're always learning. You know, there's always something to learn on a daily basis, and to hold yourself accountable to accepting, feeling, and living through. So that's how we, like, try to educate ourselves, and that's how I try to help educate others as well. On a higher level, a lower level, if you're a little boy or girl, you know, we're just trying to pass the message, because, again, it's really done wonders for our life and our health and our mindset as well, our mental health, not just physical health too. So we just are trying to pass this on to you guys.
Yeah, this was an important first video for us to make.
This channel to do so.
Okay, you guys, should we go do some food shopping and see what kind of crazy stuff we can find? Let's do it. Okay, we weren't immediately gonna stop over at the butter section, but here we are, and oh goodness gracious. First of all, look at this guy.
So my favorite
look how cute he is.
Okay,
what's your favorite?
My favorite butter to use is this goat's butter.
Which one? Oh,
this is like a grass-fed.
Delamere or the one next to it?
Delamere, yeah.
Oh, Delamere.
Yeah, this is really good.
Goat's butter. I don't.
And the way it digests.
You've ever had
really
that
nice
for us?
too.
Okay, well, that one's good. You also really like the Vital Farms one, no?
Yeah, Vital Farms is really good.
Vital Farms is good.
So yeah, we have our butters here, and it's, again, we were talking earlier and before, like, to really embrace our fats, healthy fats. And again, you don't have to use, like, slathers and slathers of them, but to incorporate them on a small basis is beautiful. Now we also want to talk about, like, these other, like, fake butters like this. Look.
This is that diet culture, right, babe? Yeah.
Look at this. So this is organic. This says whipped. It says non-GMO. It says vegan. Wow,
yeah, so you're thinking awesome.
Sick, right?
Yeah.
But look, it says 78% vegetable oils.
Oof.
And then look, oil blend, soybean, canola. It does have some
talk about palm oils. Wow.
Palm oil. It's all shite. Soy flour, natural flakes, less lecithin, lactic acid.
I mean, this is just a literal box of poop, in my opinion.
You might be seeing, look, like only like 9 grams saturated fat, 2.5 grams, trans fat 0. Okay, but in terms of what this is going to do to your body, this is not. It's gonna really. I was about to curse. It's gonna really mess with your genetic code. Okay, this is endocrine disrupting. This is hormonal disrupting on a whole different level, and we're trying to really showcase that. We're trying to almost bring it back. We're trying to bring it back into utilizing foods that were naturally made and utilized in old times and should be in new. And that's butter, that's ghee, that's beef tallow. These are natural fats. And of course, utilizing olive oil, which has been utilized for years and years. These are newer oils, these canolas and the palm oils and the soybean oils.
Well, and just they're so processed.
Exactly. And I'm telling you guys, because I've experienced this, okay? I've experienced eating this for, say, like a year, and I've definitely felt my body start to deteriorate. And especially, I used to play major basketball and sports, and this really hurt my body. And I didn't understand because I was like really pushing myself on a physical level, but the nutritional level was lagging. And once I started to change these things, once I started to go back in time and start to use more natural food that God has given us and that the universe has given us.
Well, it's just a low in processing too.
Exactly.
Just like
this is all processed junk. Okay, you do not want to be eating out of a plastic jar, and really just intaking a bunch of freaking vegetable processed oils. Like this is not.
It's like one of the worst things you can do for yourself.
Just because it says organic and all that. It's
great marketing. It's great marketing. Yeah.
It's great marketing.
And you know they may have some olive oil. Like they have some other options. Like do they have an olive oil based one?
Okay, but look. It says soy free, right? Then look at this. Then look at this. But it still has all the canolas
vegetable
and the safflowers.
Oil blend is the #1.
It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same thing, but they're just trying to market differently to you so they can confuse you. Okay, it's all about the dollar for these people. So you have to take charge, and you have to go back and think about what is natural in your to your digestion, to your hormones. And you have to focus on it.
Well, and also,
you're going to optimize your health, and you're not going to have a belly.
Okay, now we're on our way to my favorite aisle, the snack aisle. It's my favorite, but it also makes me really, it breaks my heart because every single thing, except for like Siete Foods and a few others.
Hold on, we're going to get to that. Now, this is wild, okay? Just like we showcase in the butter section, like we show, it looks organic, and it says vegan, and it says non-GMO, but look at this. So this is how marketing gets you guys. Look at this. It says organic sea salt potato chips or organic barbecue chips. Wow, it's from Whole Foods. It's organic. But then we turn around and look at how much freaking ingredients are in here. Wouldn't you just think it would be like how to make a barbecue sauce, which is, utilizing some type of like natural sweetener, a ketchup,
Babe, don't tell them too much. We're going to do a whole snack episode. I promise you guys. This will be my favorite episode. But for right now,
there's potatoes. Okay, beautiful. We love potatoes, right? That sounds good. That sounds natural. That sounds deep-rooted and good. Expeller pressed oil, sunflower seed, safflower seed, canola oil. They're all of them up here.
We're going to just keep moving.
There's added sugar in here. I'm sorry, babe, but look. There's cane sugar. Okay. And it just goes on.
Yeah, it goes on. But the main point about this video is the oils, and just because it's organic and it's something we didn't talk about, but marketing. The reason why we even maybe started a nutrition aspect to this channel is to combat the health food culture that's taking over now. Diet culture. It's like you think it's healthy, it says organic, it says vegan, it says non-GMO, but then your second ingredient is a blend of toxic oils. Like, what are we doing? But check out pretzels. Pretzels is like one of the funniest ones because pretzels, it's pretzels. Like, I'm doing a great thing for myself. And what do we have? Soybean oil. Like, come on. It's pretzels, right? Snap peas. Oh, a healthy snack. I mean, if you're not trying to be healthy, literally, why are you eating these? They're not really that delicious. So where's the ingredients? The second ingredient, canola oil. Like, what are we doing? So point being, this is a challenging aisle for me because I love snacks. He's not a big snacker. He has a lot of self-control. I love snacks. We do really like Siete Foods. And again, we will revisit this aisle and do a whole snack episode. But they do an amazing job. They've got, this is their Fuego dairy-free.
Like a Dorito.
This is not by any means sponsored. I mean, Siete Foods, sponsor us. We love you. But avocado oil.
Shout out to Siete Foods at the same time because you did send a care package. So
send us all the stuff, Siete Foods.
We linked for life, but we're going to connect.
But this is just this is made with 100% avocado oil.
It's
better,
which is better. Like, we labeled what oils that you can and should be taking in and what oils to stay away from. And pretty much maybe one. That's like the one, or maybe there's one.
Well, you do have this company, Lesser Evils. Lesser Evil that I like. They usually are using coconut oil, right? Is that coconut oil?
They do use avocado oil. Cassava flour, egg whites. It's not that bad.
Usually for their popcorns, they're doing coconut, which is great. So you have minimal options, but that's because we're in Whole Foods. So if you don't have a Whole Foods, the snack aisle is looking pretty grim, to be honest.
And take this as
food for thought.
Food for thought, really. It's like, this is Whole Foods, okay? And you know, think about what's like the Stop and Shops or like these other like, you know, more mainstream markets, okay? They don't have even like that, you know? So
like you might think maybe pretzels, maybe tortilla chips. You guys, tortilla chips are like one of the worst. I thought tortilla chips would definitely be like up there and like a good option. Pretzels, even nuts.
With the processed corn.
Even nuts, babe. Or wait, no, this one. As you guys watch more of these videos, you'll get to know how much I love seaweed snacks. Like, this one really hurts. Seaweed snacks, they actually do have some really good options. They have ones with avocado oil, they have olive oil, but the same exact brand with the teriyaki, organic, oh, actually organic sesame oil, oh no, but then organic sunflower oil. And it says organic, so you're like, but then no, because this has definitely been highly heated to process this and make this snack, and so that's immediately gonna be a red flag for you. Sam had more. I thought we were done with this aisle.
All right, this
we'll come back.
Guys, but look, farmers own. This looks like healthy. It looks healthy, right? It looks like, wow, from a farm, right? Like farm made. But they still have the palm oil, sunflower oil, vegetable oil mix.
Yeah.
So it's like,
tough.
Just because you think it looks cool or it looks good, you have to read labels and you have to be conscious over what exactly you're putting in your body.
Yeah, what he said. This one is cassava. Oh, no, cauliflower tortilla chips. It's grain-free. It says it's from the ground up, real food. Snacks with a plant-based twist, made with real cauliflower, gluten-free, certified vegan, all the stuff. And what oil do we think that they use? It is, drumroll please, it's sunflower oil. It's the second ingredient. And actually everything else looks good. This probably is like a healthier choice snack. But again, at the same time, if the second ingredient is sunflower oil, like your alarms should be ringing in your head. So this is not really meant to be like a doom and gloom video. It's more to give like our friends and family some perspective and maybe a little bit of a wake-up call in terms of like we're being attacked from so many different ways, whether it's like hidden oils, marketing to tell us it's healthy. As a generation, we're trying to do better and we need to be informed. So we could go aisle by aisle right now. I mean, it's ice creams, it's cheeses, it's like these bars, and just milks have oils. Like, I mean we don't have to go too crazy, but like everything has oils that we really need to be like keeping out of our bodies at all costs.
The milks, we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother ball game. But right now it's just really about the oils and the oils that you're cooking with and the oils that are being put in your food and your snacks, and that you need to be and should be more conscious over.
As much as
we're just trying to put some perspective and awareness, okay? And this is Whole Foods Market, okay, where you think everything's organic and pretty, but
they're coming for us,
you gotta just step it up a little bit for yourselves, because guess what? This world is going in an interesting direction, and you as an individual has to also take charge and put more self-direction into your own home, okay? For your kids, for your parents, for your sisters, for your brothers, for your friends and your loved ones, and those around you, okay?
It's kind of like up to us to fight back in a way, because they're coming for us from every angle, and we just need to be informed. We need to stick together. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I don't know if it was like enjoyable, but hopefully it was valuable. And
it was great, and I don't care. I'm happy to put people on.
And look at this character that just we found. Look at this homeless man that we found in Whole Foods.
Hi, Mom.
What's up? What are you doing here?
You're not on the phone with your mom.
No, we're filming a vlog about
oils.
bad oils.
I'm soaking wet. I went back to the gym and then.
Imagine you had a big thing of like canola oil in your bag right now. Oh, look at you. Good. Why not?
Why?
Why not?
How we need to go back to utilizing healthy
No,
fats.
see, you see this guy? He's feeding right into what we were taught, societal diet culture. He doesn't eat it because it's fat. That's silly bullshit.
No, it's bad fats.
That's silly.
It's trans fats.
Oh, look at! I knew we were. I knew. Yeah. I knew we were friends for a while. Yes. Look at this guy. Oh my god, I'm so
Saying my first rodeo, bro.
I'm so impressed.
Yeah. Fun.
Okay. Okay, and that's a wrap.